The more you talk about things, the more you keep those things present in your vibration, in your psychology, in your way of thinking, in your decision making. So if you talk about a lot of negative things all the time, then the more negative things you tend to attract, the more of the same you get. And I understand that premise completely, but I also understand the releasing of old and outdated energy. And I feel like it's also necessary to talk about things that are very real and, your reality. It's important to discuss your reality, especially with yourself, because it's the only way you can fucking stay sane. Because if you're not feeling good or you're not feeling loved, then you're not being loved. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel good and you're starting to not feel good on a consistent basis about shit, well, it's a sign that something needs to fucking change, and it's usually your environment. It's usually your environment. If you know you have a good heart, pure heart, a great heart, a brave heart, if you know you're a high quality person, if you know what you're striving for, sometimes it's not always you. Sometimes you're just around fucking assholes that have no value for you. They can't appreciate you. And sometimes that's just what it is. If a flower doesn't grow, you don't blame the fucking flower. You change its environment. You give it some more sunlight. You give it some more water, a little less water. And you make sure it's in the right soil so it can grow. You make sure it's away from pests and fucking, insects that are, you know, that are adverse to that plant, that are in opposition to that plant. You want the bees and you want the butterflies, you know what I'm saying? So what the fuck am I saying? Well, basically, I'm fucking aggravated at my situation. I'm aggravated at my family. I'm disappointed in them. And I feel like it's because I've reached such a high level of consciousness and thought that nobody else can fucking relate to. And it's so fucking painful having to dumb yourself down for motherfuckers where you just don't want to fucking be around people. Like the level that I think at is a level of wealth. I think millions. I think in terms of millions and millions of dollars, millions on millions. That's my level. That's where I start thinking. That's where I like to begin my conversations. Even though if I don't have $1 million yet physically, that's where I like to begin my conversations because that's what I want and that's what I deserve. I deserve that multimillionaire lifestyle. You know, I deserve to be in control of my destiny. You know what I'm saying? I deserve to be around the best people, to eat at the best places, to eat the best food. You know what I'm saying? To have access to the best woman, to be the best version of myself. That takes resources, that takes bread, that takes capital, it takes being around high quality people, and I don't feel like I'm around that. I feel like, you know, it's like a needle in the motherfucking haystack. I feel like a diamond in the rough, and everybody chooses to look at the dirt. They don't see the fucking diamond. They treat me like a motherfucking rock, and that's just what it is, and it's fucking painful. And I know that I need to take responsibility for my own life, meaning that I'm the only one that's gonna get shit started and initiated. But I've started and I initiated a lot of shit. What I've yet to fucking see is the motherfucking support. So I'm looking for those supportive relationships because I can't do everything on my own, and neither can you, neither can anyone. We all need to get money from somewhere, and all wealth is inherited whether one person gives it to you or a million customers do. So you need to find your market, you need to find your customers, you need to find your team that's going to go after the market with you. And I can't be my fucking team for me. I might be that right now, but that shit is temporary. You want to build a company. There's a reason why they call a company a company. You need people. You know what I'm saying? So I feel better, actually. I feel better getting that real shit off my chest. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep moving forward in an amicable direction. I catch myself getting bitter sometimes, but I realize it's just you can't be a great mind around small minds and not be pissed off and not be bitter. Some of the most incredible people on this planet, and I've dealt with them and I've interacted with them, some of the most incredible people on this planet are fucking bitter because they have so much to give, but they're around fucking people that are disgusting and gross and don't appreciate them, can't value them, don't see what they have to offer, and even block them and are liabilities to them. A lot of these people are stuck in these situations, you know what I'm saying? And we all have to call ourselves out because it literally is a crabs in the motherfucking barrel thing, especially if you come from the fucking black community. You know what I'm saying? Black or Latinos, you know what I'm saying? Which we happen to be, our per capita is fucking low. Our net worths are fucking low. The black family net worth is going to be zero in 33 years from now. It's estimated. So, you find yourself comparing your situation to others, and not in a negative way, but in a healthy way. Because sometimes you have to compare in order to be able to better articulate what you need. Meaning that if the white family net worth, I'm just assuming it's, the average white family net worth is $10,000 or something like that. It's probably a little bit more or less, not sure, but it ain't no fucking $0. It ain't headed towards zero. You feel me? I think right now the average black family net worth is like less than $1,000, which is fucking insane. It just, how can we be comfortable with that, knowing that with all this technology and the economy constantly, you know, rising and elevating, and people hitting new levels, and you looking at black people, you looking at yourself like, damn, what the fuck are we doing? Why can't we organize like that? Why can't we? I'll tell you why. It's because we've been robbed of a knowledge of self. And because we've been robbed of a knowledge of self, we don't know who we are. We don't have an understanding or true appreciation of our value. So if I don't have a knowledge of self, I don't know who I am. I'm not able to recognize who you are. I can't even see the greatness in you. I might be able to talk about it or fake or pretend like I see the greatness in you, but I'm not able to really be vested in the greatness in you, invested in the greatness in you, and backing the greatness in you. I'm not able to really support you with my all because I don't even see it in myself. So, in fact, because I've been robbed of the knowledge of self, I'm going to look at people like me as valueless because I don't even know my own value. You know what I'm saying? People that look like me, I'm not going to trust them. I'm not going to be able to organize with them. I'm not going to be able to build anything with people that I believe don't value themselves. Well, let me rephrase that because I know plenty of people that don't value themselves. You can feel it. You can feel it in any energy. It's in the air. Um, if I don't have a knowledge of self, I'm not going to be able to partner with you in a capacity that's going to lead to something great, lead to something even simple. You feel me? A lot of us can't even do fucking simple shit together because we've been robbed of knowledge of self, and we've tried to replace that void with the values of our original oppressor. So we hate each other. We beat on each other. You know what I'm saying? We diminish each other in as many ways as possible. And a lot of us even do it unconsciously, which means that you could be a child and you can grow up in slavery and be chained in shackles, but because you grew up in slavery, you are passive to it. You're just like, oh, this is what the way things have always been. If you had shackles on your wrists and ankles ever since you were born, growing up, you grow into your shackles and ankles. You grow into your poverty. You grow into your captivity. So you think it's normal. You don't question it because it's just the way things are. You feel me? And that's the way it is with a lot of us because we've grown up in poverty, grown up with toxic ass parents, grown up with no fucking parents, growing up in the fucking hood, growing up prostitute and all this type of shit and drug dealing and all this type of shit. Well, what the fuck? It's normal. It is what it is. Something in your body's telling you it's not right, but you're conscious. You're not. That's not reaching your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is okay with it. Your unconscious mind is like telling you what the fuck is going on. You got to get out. You in a fucking sunken place, and that's what it is. With a lot of us, we've been robbed of a knowledge of self and replaced that void that we feel within us with the values of our oppressors, and no wonder why we can't fucking get along because we think like the motherfucking slave masters who fucking enslaved our ancestors. That's how we treat each other today. Case in point, you know, um, OGs ain't investing in you. You know what I'm saying? I had an OG who taught me a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And he taught me a lot of shit in a very short amount of time. Absolutely brilliant. You know what I'm saying? He was about 10 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? He thought I was like in my 30s too. You feel me? He was like 35, 36. You feel me? He thought I was up there too. But when I said I was 24, all of a sudden he's like, damn, you feel me? He said some positive shit, but I could tell it's like that triggered something for him because for me to be at the level of intellect that I'm at only, 24 years old, it kind of like, it made him feel like inferior or some shit. And then, I was ready to collaborate with him and work with him. He was, I really respected and admired him. You know what I'm saying? But he goes and behind my back, he's talking to my bitch, putting negative shit in her fucking ear about me. Talking about, you know, this nigga living with his mom. I wouldn't take him serious if I were you. He the type of nigga that look like he'll order a pizza. He'll ask his mom to order a pizza on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? And I would actually prefer that situation because my mom don't feed me. I don't get fed around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I eat scraps. You know what I'm saying? I eat scraps. You know what I'm saying? While I'm working on trying to get my first fucking client for my business. And, I have deal flow. I got interest, but these people are taking long to move their money because they want to wait. But they want the service. They just want to wait. So we got deal flow. I'm a very good consultative seller, and I can develop business, but I'm not in control of when clients move their money. So I started off at bigger projects, projects that would cost 100 grand, 50,000. It takes longer for people to move those amounts of money. You know what I'm saying? So I had to work my way down until now I have, I'm working with a marketing agency and we're, selling marketing services to restaurants. And, these are lower ticket services, but, they're still like $1,000 a month, $2,000, $3,000 a month services and stuff like that. $500 a month services, and I mark that up and, I get my cut, and that's reoccurring commission, coming in, as long as that relationship is maintained with the agencies that I'm partnered with. So that's kind of like what I'm working on, and I could explain that, and I can explain how I get paid, and I explain my business model, but nobody around me fucking believes in me. Nobody wants to invest. Nobody wants to say, I know you a hustler. I know you're gonna make money. Here's a couple grand. Here's 1,000. Here's 500. Here's $100. Here's $50. Here's $20. Here's 10. Here's 5. Here's $1. Here's $1. Nobody's doing that. You feel me? Because everybody thinks I'm a fucking loser or some shit like that, or I'm not productive because they're looking at the dirt on the diamond. They're not looking at the diamond. They can't see my value because there's a difference between sight and vision. These people just have sight. Their eyes are open, but they blind. I'm telling you, they're fucking deaf. You feel me? You got a multi-millionaire in the making right in front of you, and you're getting in his fucking way. You're arguing with him. You're being emotionally unavailable. You're not having empathy. You're not having no understanding. You don't care about goals. You don't care about no type of organization. You complain about your financial situation, but a nigga got a plan right here, and all you can say is, well, what can you do? I'm telling you what I can do. I might not be able to pay no bills right now, but I got a fucking plan to pay more than just bills, an actual lifestyle that we can be proud of. And I've been talking this shit for years. But the problem is that these old motherfuckers are just conditioned to think a certain way. They have a poverty mindset. And so the brighter you shine, the more they just get dumb, deaf, and fucking blind. And they be the closest to you, the closest ones to you, be betraying you and hurting you and backstabbing you. You feel me? Not feeding you. They know you need fucking food. You feel me? Like, I'm starving right now and shit. I'm eating, you feel me? This is what I'm eating. Peanut butter. You feel me? There's nothing in the fridge, nothing in the cabinets. My mom rather go spend her fucking paycheck. She living paycheck to paycheck. She'd rather go spend her money on going out to eat at expensive restaurants with girlfriends or whoever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? And then come back home. There's nothing in the fucking fridge. There's nothing in the fridge but carrots and fucking lettuce, and she don't fucking cook. Not at all. As long as I know the bitch. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And, I don't have no fucking support like that. So the only people that's going to support me are the clients that I serve, and I realize that. And so when I get on, I'm really just not going to be fucking with these people because I'm disappointed in I'm not disappointed in myself. I'm fucking strong. You feel me? But I'm disappointed in my family. I don't even want to call them family. They're just, you know what I'm saying? It's just terrible because you got your warriors out here malnourished. You're not investing in your men. You're not making sure I'm good so I can go out there and actually be successful. If I was actually invested in, I would have been successful a long fucking time ago. If, because I could talk about how I did a consultation on a private jet and the client was ready to have a $15,000 per month budget for me to offer. But then, couple weeks later and shit, you know, um, my dad cuts off my phone. You know what I'm saying? My computer starts crashing and shit. All this shit starts happening, and people just think that you just having excuses. Like, no, you need resources to move. You sit down and talk to white folks, and they talking about, well, I give my daughter $400 a month allowance. Or, my son, yeah, I bought him his first car, and yeah, my son has an apartment already. He's 21, These white people got shit to brag about because they're actually investing in their children. But no one's investing in black children. No one's investing in me. You feel me? And I'm the one that deserves to be invested in, that should be invested in, because I'm the one with the fucking $1 billion fucking plan. You know what I'm saying? And it's real shit. And it is what it is. But I'm not gonna go along and talk about this because sometimes, when you just keep talking about shit, you can bring up those negative emotions. But anyways, that's what the fuck I'm dealing with, fam. That's what I'm dealing with. So and then people want to, the other thing is that you can't even rely on motherfuckers because people just be talking shit. A lot of people say they're going to help you. Oh, hey, I got a job for you, this and that. You follow up with them. Oh, follow up with you next week. You follow up with them again. They start copying the attitude with you. You feel me? And I realize, like, I'm not the only one going through fucking problems, but it's like, god damn, motherfucker, you have a diamond in front of you. You're holding a diamond. Or the diamond's in the case. All you got to do is break it. You feel me? By breaking your false perception of me. You feel me? People treating you like you fucking dirt, like you ain't shit. Well, I'm not gonna treat these people like they dirt and they ain't shit, but I'm just not gonna allow them in my sphere. They don't deserve my energy. They're undeserving of me. My mother does not deserve to call me. I don't even want to call her. She's a fucking bitch and a cunt and a fucking asshole. That's what the fuck she is. And she's like that because she has so much baggage that's just accumulated over time from poor decisions on her part and just poor quality men that have treated her fucking disgusting. And I've seen it. I grew up in that fucking shit. And when I talk about that shit, motherfuckers want to talk about, well, what are you doing for her? And what can I fucking do? I need fucking help. You feel me? There's parts of my fucking childhood that are gaps that I have to fill. I have to fill those voids in with knowledge and education. I'm teaching myself everything, shit that I should have known. You know what I'm saying? Teaching yourself how to shave. I don't even know how to fucking tie a tie. Yes, I can learn how to tie a tie, but it just goes to show you, you can't treat a black professional the same way you treat a white professional. You can't expect them to perform at the same level. You feel me? Because we have different needs. And what society is trying to do is we're trying to act like we're fucking diverse, but at the same time, we want to log roll everyone's needs all into one category. No, black people have different needs than white people. White people have different needs than Latinos. We all have different needs. You know what I'm saying? Single mother, raised children, if you want to call that shit raising, I don't, have different needs than co-parenting raised children or children who are raised in a, both the father and the mother were in the house. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. I'm fucking finished. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking finished. But it's not over. It's not over. Peace and prosperity to the family.